I wanted to add my 2 cents for the 7 non-sexual things you find attractive about men. I saw a lot of good ones that I agree with, so I decided to come up with 7 unique ones. These are in no particular order, but my first one is a good walk. And mine is going to be of the black culture variation. And it's a good, I hate to see you go, but I love to see you walk away kind of walk. President Obama has a very good example of this kind of walk, which it's just something that's je ne sais quoi. It's just something about it. Find it very attractive. Another one is when I'm still asleep in bed and he's about to go off to work, and he either leans down to kiss me before he leaves, or he sits on the edge of the bed and does the whole rigmarole kiss or whatever, whether it's like a little chat. Now, if I'm in the REM sleep, I'm not gonna remember you did this at all. But if I'm on the other side, I will most likely remember. So I could just like wake up in a daze, but I still didn't wake up enough to not be able to go back to sleep. That's cruel. That's cruel. Another one, when we're in a crowded place and we're trying to zoom through the crowd and everybody deciding to walk slow, and then he takes my hand and kind of leads me throughout the crowd, and he's like a bodyguard slash a shield of protection for not trying to let people walk into me, and he's like kind of pulling me along the way. I'm like, yes, take charge. I find it attractive when you're somewhere and something's amiss, things have run amok, and he taps into that professional voice. So for example, like you're at a restaurant, you've been sitting down, they're ignoring you, or they came and then that you order drinks and it's been 10 minutes and you still ain't got your drink. Maybe you see the waitress or the waiter somewhere talking or something like that, and he maybe goes to see the manager or brings the manager to the table, and he taps into that like professional tone. But it's the one where I'll beat everybody ass in here, but he's channeling the energy into how he's talking. So he's not going to do anything to people, but he has that professional tone, like, y'all done fucked up and I need y'all to rectify this. But bonus points for, we're not actually going to give these people our money, and we're going to let you know that you fucked up, but we're also leaving. Something that I love is when he's on the phone with customer service or just like a random stranger, and it's like in a professional thing. So they got he got the professional tone, both sides got the professional tone, but over time you could tell that both of the people are realizing that they're both black. So like gradually they switch to their natural speaking voices. I just love the awareness. That is just so funny and so attractive to me. Like, it's like you start off with that professional tone, but at some point this a nigga. So I'm gonna gradually go into my black people tone. And even if you go full black person, that's fine. But if you just slightly let off the professional pedal, that's cool too. But I love the awareness. This one might be too specific, but I love a good so like it could be you're sitting on the couch, he joins you on the couch, he puts his head in my lap, and then that ending snuggle where he's getting comfortable and he's like or it could be he's eating food and it's just really good and just like or you could be on the phone or in person, and the moment like he's about to, it's any like verbal tick where he might say and then he's like, I miss you, or and then just like pays you a compliment. That might be too specific, but I do enjoy that. So in general, as far as dress, as long as you have your style and it's like put together and not sloppy, I can rock with it. But for me, myself personally, a tailored suit. When I lived in South Korea and you go in the business district, and because tailoring is so cheap over there, everybody got their suit tailored. It was just like, it was salivating, like, to be honest, to just see so many men in tailored suits. Anio for the high waters. We're not Anio for the baggy suit. We're not doing a baggy suit. Anio for the high water suits. Anio for no socks. Now, if your zhuzh is the no sock high water brand, just know you're not going to do that for our wedding, because I'm not going to look back at these pictures and be, don't piss me off. So like I can, you know, make some adjustments if that's your thing, but you not about to have that as the groom. You about to have yo stuff. It don't gotta go all the way down. The perfect, you know, older style where it went down to the top of the shoe or whatever, wherever it's supposed to go. But we're not doing high waters for our wedding. So I do have an honorable mention, so this will be 8. But when he is a subject matter expert and he has like a workshop, a presentation, a performance that he's about to do, and he has to go into that zone in, he has to lock in, and I have to be like, okay, I can't talk to him like 30 minutes before, or like I can tell he gets into the zone and he's like, I gotta get into my mental, so you know I could whatever perform this piece or do this presentation. I love seeing a man like lock in and like, oh, I gotta get serious. I gotta get in on my thing. And then what I love in return is like if I've, you know, maybe seen the presentations or been to a couple workshops and I kind of know a lot of the things that he presents on. Sometimes I'll like raise my hand in the audience and ask a question, because maybe he like left out something that I've heard in another place and he left it out, and so I'll raise my hand and ask a question because I feel like the audience should know this information that he has, and he presents very well this information. And then he like has that little smile before he proceeds to answer the question because he knows what I'm doing. That smile, like, oh, I see what you're doing, I appreciate you, like I like that too. But yeah, those are all my non-sexual ways that I'm attracted to men.